Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel Education for All, and I am your teacher Maria Maman, and today I am here with first year class biology book, and today we will discuss chemical composition of cell and fundamental types of biomolecules. So dear students, let's start our today's lecture. So dear students, we all already know that all living organisms are made up of cells, and cell is the basic unit of life, and cell itself is made up of living material known as protoplasm. And dear students, the chemical composition of protoplasm is very much complex, but we know that in the cell 70 to 90% water is present, and if the water is evaporated, what will left behind? Only the dry weight will left behind, that is made up of biomolecules. And dear students, these biomolecules are made up of mainly 6 elements, and these are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. And 98% of the biomolecules are made up of these elements. So dear students, it is the chemical composition of cell, and now we are moving towards the fundamental types of biomolecules. So dear students, all the organisms mainly contain carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, and conjugated molecules as fundamental types of biomolecules. So it is the discussion about chemical composition and fundamental types of biomolecules. Now dear students, let's discuss table 1.1 that shows biomolecules, their units and linkages present in the biomolecules. So first of all, we have carbohydrates. In carbohydrates, we have oligo and polysaccharides, and these are made up of monosaccharides, and the linkage is the glycoside linkage. And then proteins are made up of amino acid, and the linkage is peptide linkage. And then lipids, in lipids, fats and oils, their units are glycerol and fatty acids, and the linkage is ester linkages. Then phospholipids are made up of glycerol, fatty acids, phosphate and choline, and the linkage is ester and carbon-carbon linkages. And then terpenoids are made up of isoperenoids units, and the linkage is carbon-carbon linkages. Then nucleic acids. In nucleic acids, DNA is made up of deoxyribonucleotides, and the linkage is phosphoester linkage. Then RNA is made up of ribonucleotides, and the linkage is phosphoester linkages. So it is a table showing the biomolecules, and finally we have the conjugated molecules which contain different biomolecules, and there is different linkages in the different conjugated molecules. Now dear students, table 1.2 is showing the chemical composition of cell in percentage and difference between the bacterial cell and mammalian cell. So first of all, here is water, that is 70% in bacterial cell, and in all mammalian cell also 70%, and protein, that is 15% in bacterial cell and 18% in mammalian cell. In carbohydrates 3% in bacterial cell and 4% in mammalian cell. Lipids 2% in bacterial cell and 3% in mammalian cell. DNA 1% in bacterial cell and mammalian cell contain 0.25%. Then RNA has 6% in bacterial cell and mammalian cell contain 1.10%, and other compounds 2% in bacterial cell and also 2% in mammalian cell. And finally inorganic ions have the same percentage. Bacterial cell contain 1% and also mammalian contain 1%. So dear students, that's all from my today's lecture, and inshallah in next lecture we will discuss synthesis of macromolecules polymers in our next lecture. Till then, stay tuned with education for all, and do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks.